What? Are are we in? Oh, hello everybody. You are watching the news, and I am Lorna Fuentes. Have you ever thought about the possibility that the aliens coming to the Earth? And if they came, what will we talk to them about? Well, today we will talk about the most relevant news that nobody saw, believed could happen. It will be a good topic to talk about. World news. Reports of cases of a group of sick people with an uncommon type of pneumonia were identified for the first time in December 2019 in the city of Wuhan, China. But what will this decide to be? Well, everybody wondered. But let me tell you what happened then. Today, we are in a global pandemic. Some countries were more affected than others, for example, China. China had more than 85,825 cases, but they recovered very quickly compared to Mexico, for example. I am Mexican, and we are until now in a quarantine. We are at 895,000 cases. About these cases, 89,000 of 171 people have died. There is still any vacuum, but we are hopeful that the scientists will find it soon. Let's see what the people think about it.
Government, let me tell y'all motherfuckers something. I don't know what the fuck this coronavirus is about. I don't understand how that shit was from Wuhan, China. Now all of a sudden this shit is on motherfucking tour. And let me tell y'all something. I ain't gonna front. A bitch is scared. I'm a little scared, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit got me panicking. And a lot of you motherfuckers think it's a joke, like I was thinking, right? But that shit right there, just because you think you're immune to it, guess what? Your pocket ain't, bitch, because a lot of shit comes from motherfucking China, bitch. So if you wonder where your motherfucking weave or your fashion over motherfucking packages have arrived, guess what, bitch? Coronavirus! Coronavirus! Government, let me tell y'all motherfuckers something.
It's time to cultural news. One of the promises that the current president made in the presidential campaign was to attract world tourists to the underexplored areas of terms of tourism. That is why he proposed the Tren Maya project, whose main objective is to attract the sustainable development of the southeast of Mexico. Many people in Mexico and around the world do not agree with this project, since it involves more than 1,525 kilometers of railways that will across the state of Tabasco, Chiapas, Campeche, Yucatan, and Quintana Roo, devastating jungle and endangered animals in path. Please let me know your comments. In other news, social news. The Strait of Minneapolis was rocked by a protest due to George Floyd death that occurred on May 25 in this 2020 in the Powderhorn neighborhood in the city of Minneapolis, Minnesota, as a result of his arrest by 4 local policemen. In a few days, the event generated a wave of indignation and protest throughout the United States and around the world, because they called it racism, xenophobia, and police abuses against African American citizens in the country. The protest also spread to other cities around the world, such as Boston, Dallas, Denver, Des Moines, Houston, Las Vegas, Minneapolis, and Portland. Let's see a video about what happened. Please, if you are a child, don't look it.
Look how they throwing people out here. Got him bleed on the ground. He crying. That's sick.
Please, I can't breathe.
In other news, Amazonas and Acre in Brazil have declared an emergency of environmental alert. More than 74,000 fires registered since January, according to data from the National Institute for Space Research of Brazil. Brazil shows an 83% increase in forest fires between January and August, comparing from the same period last year. In celebrity news, the 43-year-old American actor Chadwick Boseman, star of the hit superhero movie Black Panther, died of colon cancer. The actor died at his home in Los Angeles, accompanied by his wife and his family. This is a very unfortunate news for everyone, but even more for Marvel Comics fans. We send our condolences to the family. In a scientific news, a giant asteroid 1998 or Year 2, discovered by NASA, passed very close to the planet Earth in the early hours in this Wednesday, April 29. Countries' race to issue digital currencies backed by their own central bank is picking up speed, and China is leading the way. Since the beginning of this year, the Asian agent has been testing the new digital currency. It's now there is as digital currency electronic payment supported by the government in various regions of the country, with the aim of replacing banknotes and coins in circulation according to the report of the People's Banks of China. It is equivalent to the country's central bank. Let's see a video. I think it describes 2020 very good. And well, these were one of the many things that happening in 2020. Without a doubt, we are really difficult race radicalate. However, this year is not over yet, and hope still lives in each one of us.